Hello friends, my name is Mani and today I'm here in Eurasia with Oliver, and we're going to discuss about the 5 important points or the 5 important things the student should do once they reach to Germany, which is very important. This is important for bachelors, this is important for masters or for any sort of visa, and I thought that Oliver would be the best person who can guide us because he's taking care of thousands of applications in a year maybe. So Oliver, can you please give an introduction and tell us the 5 important points the student should keep in mind once they reach to Germany?
Yeah, sure. So, hi all. My name is Oliver. I'm running student services here at Eurasia. I started my career in Germany as an officer in the German Army, where I was for 12 years. Ended as a captain, and then I left the army. I had a couple different stations, and just before I started with Eurasia, I was working in social media. For 6 years, and then I started working for Eurasia about 3.5 years ago in the office of the student service.
Oh, thank you.
So, and student service means you take care of the students when they come here to Germany, and I know exactly all the problems that they have when they come. So the first thing that you need to take care of before you come, and you need to do this in your home country, is you need to take care of your health insurance.
Health insurance, yes.
Yeah, very important.
Very important.
It needs to be activated actually on the day when you land in Germany. So
Yes.
the day that you land in Germany, that needs to be the first day of your health insurance.
Yes, health insurance. And I would prefer the health insurance is something they should go for the government one, and they might go for the private one.
Well, that basically depends. If you're a student here at Eurasia, for example, it needs to be a private healthcare.
Yeah.
We work together with Krankenzept, which is working quite well in this. And but we offer that service to our students, and we take care of these
Yes.
things. But if you're not a Eurasia student, make sure that it does not have any limitations.
Yes.
That's a very important point. And make sure that it is long enough for your stay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. One thing is very important: you should never ever have a single day without insurance in Germany. Because if you have a single day without insurance, and on that day you have an accident, you pay everything out of your own pocket, and that's really gonna be expensive.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, that's true. And what could be the second point they should keep in mind?
Second point is, once you come to Germany, you hopefully have an apartment.
Yeah.
And when you move in, and then you have 2 weeks of time to do your
Anmeldung,
your
the
police
city
registration.
registration.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a police registration, and the German law gives you 2 weeks of time to do that.
Okay.
And if you don't do that, well, in Berlin they're not very strict with that,
Okay.
but in other parts of the country they're really strict, and
Okay.
the fine for not doing it on time can be up to 1,000 euros.
Oh, okay.
So you really need to do that. And every time that you move to a new place, you have to basically renew that for the new place.
Yes. But I think in Berlin, getting an accommodation is really difficult.
It's a pain in the butt.
Yes. So,
It's really difficult.
So if a student is not getting an accommodation, so I think they cannot go for the Anmeldung.
Yeah, and sometimes landlords will give you an accommodation,
Yeah.
but they will tell you you cannot get the Anmeldung from my place.
Yeah.
Basically, then they're committing tax fraud.
Oh,
Okay, and they're renting out the place illegally,
Oh, okay.
and you cannot register, you cannot open your bank account, you cannot extend your visa.
So always go for the
Always, you need to have the police registration.
Yes.
Always go for the Anmeldung.
Anmeldung.
Okay.
Yeah. So what would be the third point which you would recommend?
So we have police bank account.
Bank account.
Because that's the next step after you do the police registration.
Yes.
You need the police registration to activate your bank account.
Yes, correct.
No police registration, no activation of
the bank account. Yeah.
And if you have a blocked bank account with a
Fintiba.
for example, you will have to upload that police registration to them, and then you have to go to any bank in Germany, to a national bank, and open an account where Fintiba can transfer the money.
Yes.
Basically, they transfer it in monthly charges there, and then you can get the money, and you basically deal with that.
Yes.
With that bank.
So I think if they have a Fintiba or they have a Deutsche Bank there in Germany, or even the Kotak Bank in Germany, in India. So I think that's not complicated. They can get it anywhere done.
There's one important point that you need to know. usually it doesn't make any difference where it is. But if you're a minor, if you're not 18,
Yeah.
you need to go to Deutsche Bank,
Okay.
and you need to do this in your home country,
Okay.
because otherwise you will not be able to open a bank account in Germany.
Ah,
Okay,
okay.
it's really, really difficult. Only
Okay.
if you have your blocked bank account with Deutsche Bank,
Yeah.
then and it's still more complicated,
Yeah.
than in other cases. Than
Yeah.
if you're 18 or older.
Mm.
But if you're a minor, you must go
Go
to the Deutsche
Bank there
Yes.
in
And you
India.
need to do that in India.
Ah,
Okay, don't go with Kotak Bank and then switch here. Go directly to Deutsche Bank, please.
Okay. And
Even though it might be a little more expensive, it saves you a lot of trouble once you come to Germany.
okay. So for example, if you have a Fintiba, you have a Deutsche Bank, any bank, but in Germany we can go for Sparkasse, we can go for Deutsche Bank, or is it something?
If you're with Deutsche Bank, you stay with Deutsche Bank.
Okay.
If you're with Fintiba, you can basically check whatever you want.
Mhm.
I would not recommend Sparkasse, because
Okay.
Sparkasse is a local bank.
Okay.
So that means you have a local Sparkasse Berlin,
Mhm.
Rostocker Sparkasse, Hamburger Sparkasse, and they're different enterprises.
Mhm.
So every time you move to a different place, you would have to basically take your bank account with you, open a new bank account. So go to a nationwide bank.
Yeah.
For example, Postbank, Deutsche Bank,
Yeah.
Commerzbank. Those
Okay.
would be a couple banks
A
that
couple
you would,
banks, and I
where you
think
can
those
go
would be
to.
the better idea.
Yeah, I would go with that.
Okay. The fourth point, what would you suggest?
I think the fourth point should be internet.
Yes, internet is very important because downloading is not.
You know, in Germany we have like the strictest copyright
Yes.
infringement law in the world,
Yeah.
and it can really get expensive if you illegally download things.
Mhm.
It's like whatever you bring in your hard drive, nobody cares about.
Yeah.
But if you share files which don't belong to you in a file sharing program, in a BitTorrent program, there's actually bots crawling these programs.
Mhm.
And these bots deliver their information to lawyers that work for the big companies, Warner Brothers and all the Disney and all those. And if you share something that does not belong to you,
Mhm.
they will just send you something that we call Abmahnung. It's
Okay.
basically an invoice. It's not a court order yet. It's just a thing that don't do it again and pay 600 euros.
Mhm.
And it's 600 euros per file.
Oh. Oh
I
my
had a
God.
student from India sitting in my office like 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and he was crying because he had to ask his dad for 2,500 euros
Because of
for copyright infringements.
Oh, okay.
And if you call your dad and say, "Hey Dad, can I have like 2,500 euros?" and your dad's going to say, "What do you need that for?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I downloaded some movies from the internet and shared some.
Yeah.
I think the nicest thing your dad could say would be,
Well,
I hope they were worth it.
Yeah.
He would probably say, pack your suitcase, walk home, fly is cancelled.
Yes.
So be aware. This is going to be a pain in the butt. It's going to be completely different from what you know. But it is the rule, and these rules are really strictly enforced in Germany.
Yeah. So I think this downloading part is very important because before flying to Germany, they should keep in mind that they don't have to do so. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And talking about that, just a small interruption. Getting a SIM card in Germany,
SIM card, yes.
a calling card. There's a couple of companies where you can go to.
Okay.
We at Eurasia, we work together with Leica Mobile.
Mhm.
Basically, once a student comes to us here, we give him a SIM card.
Oh, that's a
He-
service.
It's a service, it's a free thing.
Okay.
And actually, he's going to get a small bonus when he first uploads it. He
okay.
needs to go to a shop with his passport,
Yeah.
because all SIM cards need to be registered together with the passport as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
And then you can upload, you can charge up some money on that, and you
Yeah.
book a plan, whatever you like, and you have
Yeah.
something like a 30-day plan for yourself. So that works quite nice.
Okay.
And of course, you use internet as well.
Yes,
But
yes.
use it as much as you can in your host family or in your homestay or in your shared accommodation where you have Wi-Fi. But still be aware, everything that you do online is tracked.
Yes, that is true. So you have to keep in mind everything online has been tracked. Yeah. So the fifth point, what would you suggest?
Moving into an apartment in Germany.
Yes, that's a very important question because they have to make a checklist.
They should. I recommend that. I strongly recommend that.
Yeah.
So if you're moving into an apartment in Germany, what you need to do, in my eyes, is that you're really making a checklist for yourself, what you do, that you follow that checklist, and that you take pictures and hand those over to your landlord.
Yes.
Basically, for example, a couple of things that you desperately need to do. Take pictures of all the meters, heater meters,
Okay.
the electrical meter,
Yeah.
hot water meter,
Yeah.
cold water meter. So
Yeah.
that you have all, the beginning,
beginning,
when
yeah.
you get in.
Mm.
This is what it was when I moved in,
And
because you will have to pay as much as you use.
Yes.
If you're using a lot of heating, if you're
Yeah.
taking long showers, using a
Yeah.
lot of hot water,
Yeah.
your bills are going to go like.
Mm.
It's the highest side cost of all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, of course, if something is damaged, like there's a scratch on the wall,
Yeah.
take a picture of that. If there's a scratch on the floor, take a picture of that.
Yes.
Send those to your landlord and say,
Yeah.
this is what it looks like
It
when I
looks
moved
like,
in.
Yes, because this is very complicated here in Germany. If there's a scratch on a window or a scratch on a wall, they might ask you for a fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They might ask you that that you repair that
Yes.
before you move out.
Yeah.
And then you can prove, hey, it was like that when I moved in, so
Yes.
I'm not going to pay anything
Yeah,
for that.
yeah. I think that might be the problem with the students faced before.
And if you don't know the rules,
Yeah.
they will just, as we
Yeah.
say in Germany, they will pull you over the table.
Yeah, so I think these 5 points are very important for the students who really wanted to come to Germany, anywhere throughout the world.
Anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah.
If you're from India, if you're from Pakistan, if you're from China, basically. And one last thing I would recommend. Check about Germany on the internet, what you find. We have so many students coming here and they have no clue about Germany.
Yeah.
Cultures are different, and what I use in the welcome seminars that I do on a weekly basis is I use the cultural iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
And from an iceberg, it's like 4/5 underneath the surface. They're under the water. You don't see that. So from a culture, all you see is what people are dressed like, what they talk, what they eat. Maybe you know something about the music and folklore. Those are easy to see. But 4/5 of a culture
Yes.
are underneath the surface.
Yeah.
And and with everything that you do, you can just do something which in this culture, or in the other culture in Germany where you come to, and in Germany we go like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, why did you do this?
Yeah.
And you say,
It's
I don't know.
common here.
It's
Yeah.
I just did the same thing as I did at home, and Germans would say, we don't do that here.
Yeah.
So inform yourself a little bit about Germany, about German habits.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then you get a feeling for that.
Correct.
And once you are in Germany, talk to as many Germans as you can, and don't speak Hindi, don't speak Bengali, don't speak English in Germany. Speak German. Make mistakes.
Yeah.
Learn from your mistakes, and then basically
I think
nothing.
I think that's a very good advice because it's very important. You have to open with the culture.
Exactly.
Just don't stay with your own community because you're going to learn a lot from that culture, from the people, and you try to speak German. You made grammatical mistake. At least you're trying. Yeah.
Nobody cares if you make a mistake. They will all say, "Hey, your German is already really good. It's improving."
and they're really welcome about it.
Yeah. People are really happy if you try.
Yes. So I think this information is very important, and if you have any question, any information you wanted to take related to German education, we would be really happy to answer it. You can write a comment, you can mail us, you can call us, and thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
your time.
You're welcome.
And would you like to say something?
Germany can be the beginning of your dreams. Okay,
Yeah.
it could be.
Yeah.
Germany has a lot to offer, and Germany has a lot of friendly people. And like any other country, there's also some idiots.
Yes.
But don't let the idiots stop you from coming to Germany.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.